forgotten. I'm probably, would be hard pressed to find anything else that's helped me so much in learning about music. So I'm just going to read it. So nobody tells this to people who are beginners. I wish someone had told me. All of us who do creative work, we get into it because we have good taste, but there's this gap. For the first couple of years, you make stuff, but it's just not that good. It's trying to be good, it has potential, but it's not. But your taste, the thing that got you into the game, is still killer. And your taste is why your work disappoints you. A lot of people never get past this phase, they quit. So most people I know who do interesting creative work went through years of this. We know our work doesn't have this special thing we want it to have, but we all go through this. And if you're just starting out, you're still in this phase, you gotta know that it's normal, and the most important thing you can do is do a lot of work. Put yourself on a deadline so that you subscribe to new internet feeds from Shaw, and that'll happen once in a while, I think, today. Put yourself on a deadline so that every week you finish one piece, and it's by going through this volume of work that you're gonna close that gap. Because I don't want to speak for everyone here, but I'm pretty sure we all live and breathe music, or else you wouldn't take time out of your Saturday to be here. You guys must love music, and the fact that you love music so much is why you have this gap, and I think this is what Ira Glass is talking about. So you close that gap and your work will be as good as your ambitions. It's going to take a while, and it's normal to take a while, but that's where I'm at right now. I'm just trying to close this gap, and this is a symbol of that volume. Volume in terms of people I know that are interested in producing, volume of work of trying to just like release songs and play gigs and compose for people and mix for people, do freelance work. This is me trying to close that gap, so I appreciate you guys being here. This is the mindset you guys I want to establish for this clinic, and hopefully you guys find it interesting, okay? So we're doing this because a community of dedicated learners is really important. I hope to grow from this opportunity and getting to meet you people, and hopefully learn from you as well. Okay.
Just as just to see how many people here are already DJs.
Good number of people.
How many people
debatable,
here already? How many people are already producing stuff? Okay. And how many people are musicians? Okay, so we got a mix of things, which is good, because this is kind of about like what we do is we're both musicians and DJs and producers. So we're talking about bridging the gap and how you can incorporate everything, to make your performance and your songs better.
Okay, so let's get into the recording side of things and producing. So I'm gonna sit down, hopefully we'll be able to maintain some eye contact, and hopefully you guys can still hear me. So producing is basically what? We're recording our musical ideas into software through hardware. You might have a digital piano, you might have DJ gear, you might have samples, you might have a list of songs you like to remix, or you're a guitarist and you have a little pod box that you use to record your musical ideas, and you make loops and beats and so that sort of thing. So if you're doing anything along that realm, you're already producing. Today we're going to talk about how composition is key. So not everyone here has extended music theory. I have a little bit, but what I mean in composition is composing your elements of your beat into your software. That's composing in the modern age, as well as writing scores of music for bass parts and trumpet parts and vocalists. Composing in production is really important, and I can't stress enough that sometimes music theory is your fail-safe. It is your safety net, because when you don't know what to add, you can always go back to compositions, songs that you know, chord progressions that you like, that will inspire you to produce more and get your ideas on the page. And that's the difficult thing, is getting your ideas onto the computer. Okay. Producing also involves tracking individual parts. We're going to talk about, for just at basic level, this might be below the level of experience you guys have. This might be redundant to you, but sometimes just starting with rhythm and melody really helps. Instead of trying to come up with the song from the very beginning, from finished product, right from the idea. Sometimes it's important just to get the rhythm out and the melody out and keep those threads of rhythm and melody throughout your composition. You'll find that you're getting your songs done quicker, okay? And then arranging is also really important, how your musical elements tell a story. Who here likes electronic dance music? Yeah, okay, awesome. And people who really like EDM will be able to defend the position that electronic dance music has really good arrangement. It has lots of variety. Some people see it as, you know, just this same 4-on-the-4 beat that's kind of repetitive, whatever. But people who like house music and EDM and electronic music, techno and trance and those sorts of genres, they find the arrangements and the progressions, they look for them, they listen for them, and that's what makes them like that genre even more. You dig for progressions and growth in songs that really inspire you. So arrangement is really important. When you're producing music, think of the arrangement, right? We talk about in electronic dance music, the build and the drop. Why are they so infectious in our minds? It's not because they're just exciting to listen to, but they have an arrangement. And what the arrangement does is two things. It builds the anticipation for a moment, and for as long as you can hold the audience's attention, they'll hang on your every word until the sentence is done. And there's a resolution there when you finish that sentence. That's electronic dance music. That's production, that's arrangement. So building that tension in your songs from left to right if you're working on software, or from now until the future if you're playing live. And anybody that's jammed with a band or sat in with a group of musicians knows that the best moments happen when you kind of just start playing some loops and riffs, and then the group finds a direction they want to go in the song, and that's arrangement on the fly. That's how arranging works in real time instead of on the computer. And the last thing I want to talk about for producing is delivering the musical message, right? When you're starting, it's important to just make music and make as much of it as you can and want. But then you're going to start wanting your music to mean something. And your meaning is going to start driving what you're writing and producing. So when I started producing, I was really into making ambient hip hop, because that's what I used to listen to. And like artists like New Jabiz and Japanese hip hop artists that use classical music and old folk and jazz tunes and cocktail standards, and they put like groovy city hip hop beats over, and that's what I really enjoyed. And I realized I liked that kind of music because it had delivered a different musical message.